Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, August 17th, 2018 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I balance my light and my dark with love. And today we have this moon in Scorpio, and this moon in Scorpio is highlighting the trine between Jupiter and Neptune. And I talked about this a little bit in the last horoscope, but this is definitely pushing some issues, I would say. All day, the last couple days actually, since the eclipse, what I have been seeing is a lot of unwinding karma, a lot of unwinding of deep-held secrets, mysteries, karma, shadows, coming to light, being released, and unwound. And that's what I really feel like through this connection of Neptune and Jupiter. Neptune is retrograde in Pisces. Old karma, karmic connections, karmic relationships, karmic situations, they're being unwound right now. Jupiter in Scorpio is bringing up the shadows, the shadow situations that need to be looked at, that need the light brought to them. So between this connection, these things that are coming to light, they really are of the shadow nature. Now, there's no one among us that does not have shadow to be looked at. There is no one among us who does not have darkness to be looked at. There's no one among us that does not have some kind of karmic energy to unwind. So I invite you, consciously or unconsciously, to allow this process, to invite these energies to come up and let them be released. One of the things is, if you are trying to suppress anything, look at that, because that may be some of the shadow that you actually need to look at, the part that's encouraging you, urging you to suppress, the fear in you that's encouraging you to suppress, because there is freedom offered for you in and through these energies. But first, you've got to face it. And you've got to face it with your light, and you've got to face it through your love. You will balance your darkness with your light by facing them both with love, by loving yourself enough to let your light shine, and by loving yourself enough to let your darkness come up, to be offered to the throne, to the altar of love. So this is your process in and through this. The moon is just heightening it. The moon can represent that which is hidden. So again, if you have tried to suppress it, it is coming to light. And again, one of the things you can do if you want to work through some of these things consciously is notice those things that you've tried to hide or suppress. And work on coming to terms with it, finding forgiveness for it, finding some relief within yourself for it, finding, I would say, ho'oponoponoing these things, finding that place where it no longer charges you or makes you cringe or makes you feel bad about yourself. Work through those energies. The other connection of the day is really supporting that as well. The moon in Scorpio is connecting to Pluto. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, unwinding these old foundations. So many of our foundations are built upon some of these shadows and these secrets, and those do not make good foundations. So the more you unwind this, the more clear you're going to get for your new foundations. This also could mean something coming around that you feel like you've already faced, and you just need to do another layer of it. That's okay too. Allow it to come around. The spiral dance, we'll dig into that. Allow it to come around again. The other thing is, though, that this may be unconscious, and especially if you find yourself tired, which I just had to psych myself up to do this reading because I was like, oh, I'm tired, I want to sleep. You may be unconsciously processing things, or it may be the universe wanting to knock you out. So you've done your part of the conscious processing, and now you need to be knocked out just to allow it to be unwound and released. Take it easy on yourself. I know I've been saying, disrupt your flow, but get into your physical flow so that you're listening to your physical body, because it knows stuff that you do not consciously know at this time that you need in order to keep moving forward. Now, the other thing I want to mention, Mercury has reached 11 degrees. That is the final retrograde degree. 11 degrees, mastery. Bringing these things consciously to love. Bringing love consciously to these things that are coming up, to these shadows, whatever the situation may be. How do you walk with love? How do you bring love through this? This has been this point of this Mercury retrograde, to resurrect love consciousness in and through us. So keep consciously tuning into the level of love, the light within you, in order to move through this. I have the Sun card, the Innocence card. So this is a really successful time. It's a beautiful time that is going to hearken a return of the light. But be the light for yourself in and through this. Follow your guidance. Listen to your body. Follow your body's guidance to help move you through it. I feel like I pull this card all the time. Don't get stuck in comparison. Don't get stuck in compromise. You butt yourself out of so many possibilities when you get stuck in that place. So, keeping this short and sweet, let me grab this card. But while I do, let me remind you, I have my yin reading. I've been doing those all day. They are so wonderful. It's so empowering to tune into the part of the yin that wants to push you forward on your path. The yin really is rising right now. Get in tune with it. So it's $66. You can email me, mimiclark@gmail.com, for that. And let's read this card. Spiral Dance of the Goddess. It's long, but I think it's important. From the point of light unfolding, we become a soul, then incarnate into a sacred body, and our lives become a work of divine art, a speck of heavenly presence manifesting itself through dimensions of time and space and into a life on earth made manifest. The extraordinary fact of your existence is a divine happening. You are a divine happening. As though the light of the moon is dancing, not only upon the water, but inside of it, your ancient light is dipping into the mud of the earth. This is how the soul becomes a divine human in the making. As you sense yourself moving and shifting from light to dark and back again, from knowing to unknowing, you're weaving your consciousness, your divinity, into sacred expression, manifesting your soul essence into the form of your life, threading light through the darkness without even realizing you are doing it. You are gently impregnating the matter of your body, of your life, with light. Your body and your life becomes luminous, radiant, and you assist others, even if just through your presence. It sounds wonderful, and it is. It is not always an easy path. As light travails through darkness, pain and suffering can arise in waves. Best to be present to it. Trust that it is not a permanent condition, and wait for the spiral to twist from the dark to the light again, always moving closer and closer to the purity of the center, and expanding outwardly eternally as though you are being inhaled by the divine, filling cosmic lungs as they reach far and wide, taking in all of life. The message of this oracle to you is that you are growing. You are bringing more of your light into form. You may be meeting obstacles in yourself and in the world, but this is because you are bringing through the light. If there was nothing happening, there would be no obstacles. Bless them as signs that you are proceeding, and empower them no more. You shall be, and all else is divine timing. You shall be, and all else is divine timing. All right, so that is it for today. Book a reading. Email mimiclark@gmail.com if you would like more insight into what is going on with you, for you, all kinds of readings. Half-hour reading, $55. The goddess readings, they're going about an hour, so $66 for for a goddess reading that's about an hour. It's a good deal. So email me. That is it for today. The better it gets, the better it gets, and there is enough love in the world for you. Namaste.